Hello peoples, Feral Strike here again, and it's day 21 of Project Orc and Goblins. Today's progress, I layered the green, the reds, and the blues on these guys, making the paint surfaces even, and the reds look really good. I have to say myself, and I'm planning to mix a bit of blood red in the next couple days and make those feathers look really nice. And I talked about this before. The reason why they have red feathers is because there's some wood elves, or I should say desert elves, which are a subset kind of like wood elves. And the history is that the reason why they migrated there, it's pretty similar to the wood elves. They found a niche in the Badlands that needed protecting, or they fell in love with the trees there, even though the trees look really crappy. When looking at the artwork of the Orcs and Goblins, they, for some reason, really enjoyed the forests there, so they chose to protect them. Just like the wood elves protecting Ethel Lauren and falling in love with that place and became the wood elves. So that's the story. Well, yeah, the wood elves have red eagles that they fly around in the Badlands, because that's what I came up with in the fluff. And these guys, the forest goblins, hunt these desert elf eagles, because the eagles are mortal enemies with spiders. The white spiders, the white desert spiders, or Badland spiders, I should say. And I decided to continue painting the creamy bone white on these guys, because it's beginning to grow on me. And a lot of the material I've been looking online for desert spiders, a lot of them are white or transparent or have white hair. Some of them have a mix of black and brown, and I just think the white's a bit more unique, I would say. But you know what, I don't know if I'm going to keep this, but I'm going to paint them up anyways and see how they look, and then maybe down the line I'll change it. We'll see how that goes. For my collection, I said I would show you the third model in my collection that I originally started with. If you watched the last 2 days, I showed you my old flame cannon with the new flame cannon next to it, and my Throne of Power with Thorgrim on it, Grudge Bearer, with his Book of Grudges. Today I have the Anvil of Doom with Crag the Grim, I believe it is, the runesmith. I lost the staff part for it, and the hammer is kind of bent, but it's still okay, you know, looking. And I decided the Crag the Grim, the Rune Lord used to be on top of the anvil, but I decided to take it down, because that's what the newer version kind of looks like without. It doesn't really look like the new version, but I just decided to take it off, and I want it to be on a base like this and stand alone, and not have him standing on the ancient anvil. Now for anvils, I'm not a big fan of, or I don't really use it in battle, because I don't know, I don't like things in the Warhammer world that have a misfire or can blow themselves up, like stone throwers. And actually, I don't really like war machines. I think it comes from my adventures or gaming experience with cannons and organ guns and dwarf artillery, because in my experience they keep on blowing up first turn usually, or they're really ineffective during battle. I know in 8th edition it's easier to hit things, but still, I just don't like having risk in my army. I know my Orc and Goblin army is going to have a lot of risk and randomness. I mean, the fanatics are pretty random, could hit my own units. Animosity is pretty random, and my giant's attacks could, you know, screw me over. But I like that charm about the Orc and Goblins. But for the Orc and Goblins, since I'm still not a big fan of things that have miscasts or misfires. I'm gonna not. I plan not to buy war machines. I just don't. After playing dwarves, I just don't like them anymore. They're cool looking and everything. Like the stone thrower that the Orcs and Goblins had, amazing model, and the the Doom Diver of the Orcs and Goblins, which came out around the same time as the Flame Cannon, I believe. I don't know, but that's a great model to look at and paint and assemble, along with the goblins actually of the Orcs and Goblins. But anyways, oh, more about the anvil. Dwarves, if you didn't know already, they don't like casting spells. They don't like magic in general. So what they do is create special items for themselves, like, well, runic items for themselves. And the anvil is like the ultimate runic item that can shoot out lightning, make them charge faster, make their movement faster. I forgot what else it does, but it has some tricks up its sleeves. It augments the dwarves' slow speed, and it makes them, it helps them, but I still wouldn't use it unless it's like a really fun random battle. So yep, that's it for today. Thanks again for watching in the comments. I really appreciate them, and yeah, thank you for joining me on this ride. There's only 9 more days, about a week and 2 days left of this June painting challenge, and yeah, it's great. I mean, it's a good thing to get back in the hobby. I know I've said this already, and I plan to keep on going and collect more armies and make my armies bigger. My dad doesn't like that idea because he wants me to finish my stuff, because I have a lot of other models that I have to show you, that some are unpainted, some are, I have a lot that are unpainted. So he's right though, I have to, maybe before I start collecting more, I should, you know, sit down and paint before my long list becomes longer and I have to spend more time. But I don't mind spending the time. I love painting, but not painting overly. But anyways, that's enough for me. Thanks again for watching, and have a good night. Peace and peace.